This week on the Road with Mickey, how to plan when one person is the Disney fan and everyone else is along for the ride.
We're on the road with Mickey. We're gonna have some fun. Regardless of the rain or sun, our trip has just begun. So buckle up, let's go. We're about to start the show. And maybe if you like us, you'll see where else we'll go.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike the Disney fan, and she's Sophie along for the ride.
No, no. Hello. This podcast would not exist if we weren't all at least a little bit of a Disney fan.
Yeah, a little bit, right? Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit.
just a little bit. Just an entire lifestyle built around it. Anyway, I'm Sophie, and she is Brenda, the biggest Disney fan of us all.
Hey everyone. I don't know. We're all about the same. We're all
Yeah.
twisted sisters and brothers around here.
And he is
Yeah,
Grogu, and he says, I am the numero uno Disney fan.
you're
Exactly.
right. He's the one that gets involved with their movies.
I know. The rest of us,
Plus
we're
he's the
just
cutest, so he's automatically by default the best.
yes, we are just the odd. We're just the amateur comedy hour part of the
Yeah,
show.
Very
He is
amateur.
the professional. He is the professional.
yes. Anyway, what's our name?
And he would like to remind us that we are on the road with Mickey. This is episode 316 for July 6, 2026. And our feature topic this week, as you can guess, is how to plan when one person is the Disney fan and everyone else is along for the ride. So, that's a mouthful, but I think it'll be an interesting topic. I think it'll actually, I have several thoughts on this, and I can't wait till we talk about it a little bit. But first,
Yeah.
we have some cheddar from the big cheese, and as always, we like to give some updates, but I am starting us off. Not as always, because it hasn't been but a couple weeks since I started us off. So, anyway, ramble time. Reset. Okay. So the big news out of Disney was that the Grand Floridian Gingerbread House was not being brought back this year. Now, there has been a little softening because originally everyone on the interwebs was like, it's gone for good. You all complained
Ah,
about, and now they're not going to have it, blah, 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 blah. Well, Disney has softened that stance a little bit. They have said it will not be back this year for 2026, but they have not completely ruled it out for the rest of existence. So,
that is a that is comforting because when I first heard that they were retiring it, I was like, but wait a minute. Why would they get rid of an opportunity to make some money by selling sweets? Because the gingerbread house was its own little seasonal storefront there.
mhm.
Surely they wouldn't, if they were making money off of it, surely they would keep it around. And then we got to thinking maybe they weren't making money off of it. And then as I progressed through the 5 stages of grief, I was like, you know what? Maybe this is a good thing because they're limiting access to the various resorts. Maybe this is a way to sort of take some of that pressure off of the Grand Floridian because let's be real, a lot of people liked to resort hop to the Grand Floridian to look at
A
the
lot.
gingerbread house.
A lot. I'm sure that was very inconvenient to the people paying a very premium price to be staying there when they had to get
That's
in
true.
just, I mean, lines all the way around the top floor to get to the monorail when they are actually guests of the property. I think Disney needs to figure that out, but I hope that it'll be back.
I do too.
Yeah,
And it was a draw. It was its own attraction. And thousands every year, thousands and thousands of people would come to go see the Grand Floridian Gingerbread House. And they're going to have smaller stuff there. I think it's
yeah,
all about trying to improve the flow in the lobby area.
Yeah, they're
Um,
trying to cut
Probably.
down
so
on resort hopping, period, right now. I think there's a lot of, this is a big year as far as like the USA and, these
Oh
big
yeah, with the
holidays are
World
having
Cup and
trouble.
everything.
Yeah, they're trying to
yeah,
keep the
so
flow.
I
Yeah.
guess and I don't want to belabor the issue, but I'm thinking maybe they one thought is maybe they have it, but have it for a shorter period of time. But then you've got all that expense of creating it, and then if you don't keep it out long time, then you are really kind of shooting yourself in the foot if you're Disney. So I don't know
Well,
what
and
the
those
answer
paying
is.
to stay there deserve to still have that magic. I mean,
Yeah,
it's beautiful. It's a beautiful. I mean, it really is a big part of the spirit in the property during that time, during the holiday time. I
it
don't know.
almost
Yeah.
feels like maybe they should make it into like some sort of reservation,
I mean,
Maybe.
maybe.
special event, kind of like holiday, like a not like a table service restaurant, but like a reservation event kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
Now,
if you don't have it, then you don't have the reservation. You don't see it. I don't know.
I do
Anyway,
have a I do have a thought,
hmm
just throwing an idea out there. What if they found like a dedicated space in Disney Springs or something and made that the gingerbread exhibit around the holidays? Take the three exhibits of gingerbread from Grand Floridian, the Animal Kingdom, and the boardwalk and put them all there. That might be something.
that could be.
Maybe. I don't
So,
know. They could
Anyway,
use one of the empty buildings on the boardwalk.
mhm.
Sorry.
Yeah, or they
that's
could,
true.
or they could,
I'm just trying to think of a way
maybe
to get
like
it.
maybe
Put it in
make
Communicore. Oh no, that's not tall
or in
enough.
the Odyssey,
Or in the
Yeah.
Odyssey, yeah.
Yeah.
in the building, because that's only a special events thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of a way to get it to a more public space so that the resorts don't have that pressure of so many
Hmm
people coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you had a very valid point, Brenda, about all the people that are paying to stay there, and it's a zoo.
It really
Yeah.
it really
And
gets to
and
that point,
I didn't even
unfortunately.
consider that. I didn't even think about that.
I've been in
You
that
know,
line for the monorail after going to see it, so that's
and
why.
Yeah.
and for me, what we found out is when you go to the gingerbread house, the quick way back to the park is to take the resort boat
When it's running,
when
yeah.
it's running. And that's what we did, and we got there so much faster than people trying to take the monorail.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Well,
We'll have to wait and see what happens.
yeah.
hmm
Back from that tangent, we've come back out of the rabbit hole. Uh, Speaking of another holiday, coming to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party entertainment this year, Captain Jack Sparrow. Disney indicates that guests are invited to sail over to Adventureland, where Captain Jack Sparrow has dropped anchor to lead a swashbuckling series of pirate antics. No word yet on what that means exactly.
no,
Nope. We'll have to see.
yeah, you'll have to report back, Brenda.
Yep. Have to see.
I
Well,
remember that one pirate themed stage area right outside the
yes.
ride, and
Hmm
it always seems like there's never anybody there. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah,
if
they
he
usually
was.
have that other pirate there during the party that I don't know who that is. It's not Mr. Smee. I don't know who that is, but anyway, I'm wondering if they're replacing him with the a Captain Jack Sparrow draw.
that could
We'll
be.
see. Maybe.
Well,
All right.
Disneyland's Haunted Mansion will close on August 8th and reopen on August 21st, of course, as part of its annual seasonal overlay transformation. When it reopens, the mansion will be in its Nightmare Before Christmas overlay, which I absolutely loved last year. Oh, I
Yeah,
loved it. It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
can't wait to see
What a
that. That'll be
festive
cool.
thing.
We've never seen that in person.
No, but I'm gonna be at PixieCon in
Ah,
October.
Yay!
right. And you're not
Yay!
bringing me.
You were
That
just a
is
No.
year too
so
late for me.
rude.
Yeah. Well, sorry, Soph. Become a travel agent. you got you got higher priorities than going to Disneyland in October. I'll FaceTime you. How about that?
All
Yeah.
right, that's fine.
Okay. Well, that is our cheddar from the big cheese. Don't forget, you can connect with us on our Facebook page and our Facebook group. Hello. And on our YouTube channel. Hello, YouTubers. And on our Instagram channel, also, it's On the Road with Mickey as well. And our email address is info@ontheroadwithmickey.com. And the website is also ontheroadwithmickey.com. So connect with us. We love the feedback, and most of the feedback happens in the Facebook group. And that is where all the questions of the week are posted. And um, this week we
Oh,
have.
don't
Oh,
forget about the
that's right.
birthday.
Go ahead, Brenda. Thank you for reminding.
Happy 250th birthday, America.
Yes, happy birthday, America. Thank you.
Yay.
What?
250 years.
Wow.
What a beauty.
Yeah. And we would like to personally thank our founding fathers, all the military
Hmm.
that have fought for our country over those years, even before we were a country, and everyone that was involved in that, because that's what gives us the freedom to be able to do things like our little dorky show, you
Yep,
know?
our little
Yeah?
uncensored show.
So so thank you everyone that plays such a major role in America and
Yes.
being here for 250 years, which is a
Yay,
long
happy
time.
birthday.
So,
Yeah.
so we hope you all had a wonderful and safe and happy 4th of July. All right. Well, we have two questions of the week because one came out of the discussion and one was Sophie's actual question. So we'll start with the actual question first.
All
And that
right.
question was, how much of a planner are you when it comes to Disney on a scale of 1 to 10? So, these first three answers Sophie's going to give us because they all came from her.
Yeah, I'm the one who decided to profile my co-host today. So, naturally, we have Brenda starting off with a 10 out of 10, of course. And then we have Daddy, who is an 8.5. That kind of changed a little bit as we were discussing it over the dinner table. And then I ranked myself slightly lower at an 8.25, and that is probably the closest you're going to get in terms of numbers.
All right.
Brenda, you go next.
Well, Cindy said less than 4, which,
Yeah.
that is such a Cindy answer. I love that girl.
And then Hannah said, it truly depends. If it's just me, it's like 2 out of 10. Work trips is 6 out of 10. And if it's trips with my husband, it is a total 10 out of 10.
And then Pam said 10 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 exclamation points constantly.
Yes. And Paula said, I'm not as high as I used to be, so I'll say 7 out of 10 now.
Yeah. And then Heidi said 10 out of 10, but I've become more relaxed over the years.
It happens.
It
That
does.
implies that at some point she was an 11 out of 10.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
And then Courtney said, I would say I'm a 6 out of 10. The older I get, the less I like to plan my days.
Yep.
That's
And our girl
fair.
Chrissy said 10.
That's right. And then my sister Robin, oh my gosh, I can't take her anywhere.
She
She
can't take
said,
you anywhere either.
she said, I'm a 6'7".
7.
Ha ha, if you know, you know. I'm like, oh my gosh.
We
I
should
gave her I gave
clarify.
her a Facebook ha ha just because.
We should clarify that my Aunt Robin is not only getting her she's already got her master's degree, hasn't
She's a
she?
double masters.
Yeah, she is a teacher, so she spends a lot of time around kids, especially because my two of my little cousins are both 6 and 10 respectively.
Yeah.
And
And
that's a
not
big
only
six,
that,
seven thing.
yeah, and not only that, Robin is a nanny and she has 11 grandchildren.
Sweet.
Yeah,
So she is
Sweet.
in the kid world
she is
constantly.
Gen
Yay.
she is deeply steeped in Gen Alpha.
They keep her
Yes.
young.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. Sorry, Daddy, you're not getting, well, you're
I don't
not the one getting, yeah, you're not getting 11 grandkids from me.
know.
That's a little bit too much pressure, isn't it, Sophie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be lucky if he gets 3. Anyway, Kathy said, last but not least, 10. I
That's
am
right.
very glad that our listeners are so varied, but also so like-minded like us.
Yes.
Yep.
And then in the course of the discussing last week, our 30-day countdown, we Brenda said you got to have your Brenda snack list.
I didn't say Brenda snack list. I said I have to have my snack list. Y'all called it Brenda snack list,
And
Yes,
which
so
is a
because it's a
thing.
good
it
name.
is a thing. So I asked the question, what's on your Brenda snack list? And Megan said, cheeseburger egg rolls are always a must for me at Magic Kingdom. Sorry, I cut
Nice.
in line. Go ahead, Sophie.
It's all right because Aunt Robin also said egg rolls, specifically the cheeseburger egg rolls. People like them.
They do.
Mhm.
They do. I like them. And Paula said Dole Whips, which are
Good.
amazing.
Very, very good.
And then Sheila said the Good Life gluten-free snack bars are on her list.
That's a great
Yeah.
brand.
It is a great brand.
And Deb also said Dole Whip.
And Chrissy said pretzels. Oh, God, I want one right now.
I know.
Oh, my
And then
goodness.
Kathy said the Mickey pretzel, the All American Sundae, and
Mm,
churros. I
that's
like your
great.
priorities, Kathy.
Yeah. And then I added my own last minute answer. I'm not on the Facebook group, so you won't find it there, but I am saying a Mickey ice cream sandwich. I
And
prefer those to the premium bars, I think.
they are
Cindy
good.
wouldn't. Cindy would say,
Cindy would say the
Mickey
Mickey
premium
Premium
ice
Ice
cream
Cream
bar.
Bar, and she didn't comment this time, but that's okay. So
"Yep,
I will comment for her.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was great feedback. And
yes,
that is
thank
what
you."
we love, the feedback. We love the interaction. So thank you, everyone, for participating every week. And now it's time for our feature topic, how to plan when one person is the Disney fan and everyone else is along for the ride. So the whole idea is that, you've got three, we could take it or leave it, Disney fans, obviously, right? Um, and,
Yeah,
but
keep thinking that way, Mike.
maybe we like Disney a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, but not everyone we come in contact with in our families or anywhere else, not everyone is as gung ho about Disney as we are. So,
Shame on them.
so the idea is, how do you, if your family is going to Disney and not everyone is a Disney fanatic, how do you make it so that that segment of your family or your party still has a good time? And that's what came about for the topic idea.
Yeah.
So, and I think we have some really good information. This is not any sort of ranking or anything. It's just kind of thoughts to throw out there for everyone to have that would be just kind of like, you know, if person A doesn't want to be at the parks on this day, maybe they want to do this kind of thing,
Mhm.
So So that's the whole thing. So who wants to start first?
You.
Okay, I will then. Um, one of the things that I thought about is I thought about how many people, how many families, um, wife and kids like to go to the parks, and maybe the husband doesn't, you know? And I thought, you know what? There's a lot of guys out there and a lot of women too. So it's not gender specific, but there's a lot of people that like to golf.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought maybe one simple suggestion is if your person is not the Disney fan, but they like to do sports or whatever, maybe book them a tee time at one of the golf courses on property, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And then
Yeah.
that way they've got it their own thing they're doing and they can go, you know, play golf while you guys are riding Guardians of the Galaxy,
Hey.
you
Yeah,
know?
that's a thought.
So that's the kind of thoughts that I was thinking.
Good.
That is a good thought, Daddy. Um, I suppose when I was thinking about the question, I was sort of thinking it in the sense of, maybe there are some people out there in the world that just don't know what is at Disney. And I know that's hard to believe because of how mainstream Disney is, but there are some people out there who will think that Rise of the Resistance is in the same park as Flight of Passage. There are some people out there who will even think that Harry Potter World is part of Disney. So it's definitely a sense where you need someone who knows where's what so that they can help
Mhm.
plan that trip. But if you are someone who just doesn't know Disney, it can be hard for the planner to think of, okay, what do I need to prioritize so that this person will enjoy this the most? And I think a good way to do that is get a feel for the kind of rides that this new person would enjoy most. If it's a little kid, they may think that roller coasters are scary. And so they may want to stick to mainly It's a Small World and the carousel and those slow moving rides. And that's something that you need to account for. And you need to account for activities that they can do while you're off riding those roller coasters if that's your thing.
Mhm.
So even just like saying to them, hey, uh, if we were to say go meet a princess, do you think that would interest you? And if they're like, yes, yes, that would interest me a lot, there you go. And if they're like, meet a princess, what for? Then you don't prioritize that.
Okay.
Yep. Know your travel party and
Yeah.
and their likes and dislikes or their wants and yeah, not wants. God,
Yeah.
that sounds like an oxymoron, not wants at Disney. I don't know. Oh, Astro Orbiter. There you go. I'm
There
not
you
taking on
go.
that.
That is Brenda's number one ride. And whenever I plan a trip for Brenda, I put it on her itinerary for at least 5 times in a Magic Kingdom day,
Oh
you
my
know?
gosh.
Oh, what a horrible ride, I swear.
Ugh.
Oh, God. Well, I think I misunderstood the assignment. And this is not the first time this has happened to me in my life. And what I decided to do was to pretend that I was taking someone who had not been, but I was trying to share with them my love for Disney, but I didn't want to push it all on them. It's a lot
Mhm.
to take in. So I
Mhm.
thought maybe the first day we would go to Animal Kingdom Park because I think even if they're not Disney fanatics that like all the Disney, Animal Kingdom Park is everybody likes the zoo number one, and it's like the zoo on mega drugs. So it's fabulous. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful day to share. And I would start with that.
I can see that. I can see how that would work. And I do think Animal Kingdom Park is good for like starting someone out, just because if they don't know Disney, they don't know what all the other parks have. So you could easily spend a whole day just meandering through Animal Kingdom Park, and it's a nice slow park, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the
It's not,
safari is fantastic.
So
yeah.
yeah, and it's kind of like I typed it in as not so Disney-fied.
I That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understood the assignment.
Well, I
You
came up with the
understand.
assignment.
I think you are understanding the assignment just fine, Aunt Brenda,
I
because
think so too.
this is what you would do. And let's be real, you're a travel agent. What you do works.
Yeah.
So
And
Being a
someone
friend.
might take your strategy and be like, she knows what she's doing. I don't know what these other two weirdos are suggesting, but this
yes,
girl with the blonde golden
she
hair
gets it.
knows a whole lot more than these two dark haired losers.
You are so
We're
bad. Don't
not
you dare
dark-haired
say that.
losers.
No. No,
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 I
no.
love my daddy very much. He is a winner in my eyes.
And I love you both. You're both
So are you.
winners. Super
Aw.
winners.
Um, and one thing that I wanna make a note of, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to note this at the end or at the beginning, but I'm gonna note it now. So I guess now is the perfect time. Is Do you know how awesome it is if you're the Disney fan and you have family that is willing to go somewhere that they're not that huge of a fan of?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know how awesome that is? You have an awesome family that's
Yeah,
willing to go to a park when they're not 100% all gung ho like you are, and just acknowledge that fact
you're right.
that they are still willing to go somewhere with you even though it's not their favorite thing.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
cool beans.
You are right about that.
You're right.
And I'm sure
You're
you
right.
reciprocate by doing the same for them, like,
Mhm.
football
Oh,
games
yeah.
and things like that
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But yes, that's right. That's what matters most, spending
Yeah.
time with those you love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's the thing. It's about making those memories wherever the venue is, making those memories and making them stick, and reliving in years down the road the time that they had. So, um,
You're
one of
right.
the things that sometimes can be a limit as to why people don't go is just the whole expansiveness of how big Walt Disney World is, and maybe the age of the people going and things like that. They're like, well, I can't move about as much. So just remind your travel party that, you know what? It's not a problem if you need to get a scooter or something to help navigate the park. Don't think that you have to,
Yeah.
get up and walk 10 miles every day to be able to see Disney, because there are options and there are ways that you can navigate that you don't need to do that as much. So,
Yeah.
so
They need
just
to know that
remember,
having them there is more important than any other
yeah,
thing. So if you have to go slow, you go slow.
yeah,
The whole point is that they're there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll type in, I'm not sure exactly what to type there, but I'll type something in. Um,
Yeah.
so
Hmm.
Tailoring the trip around any special needs or requirements
Oh,
that
yeah.
someone may have or something like that. I think that's great. What about you, Sophie?
Um, hmm. I suppose this is a no-brainer here, but you also need to take into account your party's weather preferences, because let's be real, the last thing you want to do is take these people to Disney in July or August when it's blazing hot outside and they're already a little bit iffy about going to Disney in general, but going to Disney when the sun will melt your skin off is definitely not a good idea. Um, so I think personally, if it's someone's first Disney trip and there is a whole bunch that they need to learn in a relatively short amount of time, because let's be real, going to Disney is a tactical strategic mission. It's not a vacation.
It's
It
True.
is,
both.
Yeah, it's fun.
yes, but it's the first thing first. You want to go maybe in early spring or late fall, because that way it's colder, but it's still Florida. So if they get cold, they can just layer up with the jacket, and then when they get hot again, they can shed the jacket, and you won't be worried about them being too hot. That is very important.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
also,
right.
going in late fall is when you'll catch either the Halloween or the Christmas party. So that adds another um, bonus to it
Mhm.
Yep, and that leads to
because
my next one too, because I was going to take them to one of my favorite activities and pay for them to go to the candlelight processional. And
that
Right.
is
Epcot is a
very
great park,
true.
don't you think? That's also not too Disney as
Yeah.
far as like kiddies. It's more of a adult. Plus, the season of the holidays is going on. There's so much holiday activity, and the candlelight processional is just that could be anywhere, but it's
You're
only
right.
there. So it's a special thing
Hmm.
to share. They can't get at home, which is what I try to do. Even though some things at home are similar, they're not the same.
Yeah.
I would say you need to probably, it would probably only be a good experience for them if they were Christian or
Well,
even Jewish, perhaps, but an atheist or some other believer probably would not get the same experience as someone that shared our faith.
they wouldn't, but
Maybe.
I generally
Maybe
run in
not.
circles of people who are not atheists. So if I was traveling,
Yeah,
I mean, that's just maybe
Yeah.
no, I get
happenstance,
it.
but that's who your
Yeah,
community is. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
And
yeah. I wouldn't
and
force an atheist
right.
to
yeah.
go to a Christian celebration. But
No,
Right.
I know.
if they were a friend or family of mine, I've been raised pretty much with them, which I probably either met in my family or at church or, it's in my community at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what
No,
I
I
was going
know.
to say is even if they're not religious necessarily, 99% of the people um, are still going to be secular as far as listening to Christmas carols and Christmas music and stuff like that.
Yeah, that
And the
music.
candlelight processional will hit those notes even
Yeah.
if the
True.
I
scripture
I
it
saw what you
doesn't
did
hit,
there. I
you
saw
know.
what you did there. It hits the notes.
so so anyway,
Yeah, that music
um
is so gorgeous and just wonderful.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's a great in also as far as all that goes. But one thing that I wanted to touch on that Sophie mentioned, I think about their likes and dislikes and
Mm-hmm.
prioritizing is, you know what? You can get a lot of what they might be interested in based on what Disney movies they have seen and maybe have enjoyed. That will help to determine what your plan of attack should be with your family. You know, if they're huge Cars fans, then maybe, you wait the trip until the Cars Land opens, or you
Yeah.
go over to California and you go to Cars Land at Hollywood Studio or at California Adventure Park,
Yeah.
you know, or if they really like Beauty and the Beast, then maybe you go eat at Be Our Guest,
Yeah.
and they can see
Yeah.
the Beast, or you go to Gaston's Tavern and you have, a cinnamon roll, or you have a mug of beverage of something, So tailor that based on the Disney stuff that they maybe encountered at home and to help kind of guide that journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's very true. Very, very true. Um, hmm. I'm trying to think here.
I have another if you want me to
Yeah, go
piggyback.
ahead. Because we're
Okay.
all sort of bouncing the
Spitballing.
same idea
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. And so you mentioned the weather issues.
Yeah.
Just a reminder that Not everything has to happen in a park. We talked about golf reservations. Maybe
Yeah.
your party is all about the pools, and maybe you
Mm-hmm.
plan a resort day where all they're doing, maybe you book beach or yacht club and they spend the day at Stormalong Bay,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
you
you go
know?
into Epcot for a while.
Yeah, so just remember the resort activities.
There are many.
And
And they have those programmed activities for kiddos.
the movies at
Yeah.
night and all that kind of stuff.
There there are
So
so many fun free things that can be found at your resort.
so yeah, did that help?
Yeah, it helped a little bit because thinking more about the resort, this depends entirely on the size of your party, but I'm presuming that if you're taking some people who don't know Disney a lot, you might want, and this is their first trip, you might want to splurge a little bit on the resort that you stay at because don't get me wrong, the value resorts are great. They are mainly for the people who either really, really like Disney a lot, or they're for those massive groups of like sports enthusiasts or cheerleading teams, or the people who go to Disney for things besides just Disney. Those are what those resorts are for. Um, And so I think for someone's first trip, if it's a big party like what we used to do, you definitely want to get a bigger resort room with more amenities so that you can make sure that everybody is comfortable. The
Hmm.
last thing you want a person to say when they get back from their first Disney trip is, I really loved the parks, but dang it, that room was so crowded, so cramped and tiny.
And at least
You
moderates
want,
have the slides at the pools too. You
yeah.
want at least a water slide at the pool if you have kids with you, I think.
Oh, yeah.
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 First timers, for sure.
And a lot of the moderates, I think, also have like playgrounds and stuff, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Hmm.
think every resort does, but like Caribbean Beach is what comes to mind. I know they have a playground over by the main hall. It's just something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great suggestion. Very good. Because you don't want to cram a bunch of people. Matter of fact, don't cram a bunch of adults into one room. People need their own space too. So they
Oh,
might not
yeah.
travel with people all the time. Maybe they need, they're at least, even at the All-Star Music, if you got one of the family suites, at least there's like two bathrooms. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah.
bathroom time is, you know,
It's important.
personal.
Yeah.
So,
The other thing that you mentioned, when you mentioned the values, a lot of people go to the values for budget, of course, but also because all they're looking for is a place to lay their head at night while they
Yeah.
yeah,
sleep,
yeah,
and every other thing is done in the parks usually.
yeah,
Yeah. That's
So
how we are.
so that's why a higher level resort could make a difference because you have the amenities. If you're at
yeah,
the yacht club, then maybe they want to eat at the steakhouse,
Hmm.
and
yeah,
it's right there, and so things like that. Yeah,
yeah. And if you're
Yeah.
not going to use the amenities, that can sway your decision. So it's all
exactly.
personal for personal trip. I had
Yeah.
another suggestion, and that is Disney Springs has so much going on. You can
Yep.
shop. You can go to my favorite restaurant, Raglan Road. You can go to Splitsville if you have bowlers that love to
Mm-hmm.
bowl and just have a fun night. You can do just numerous activities out there. So that's
You're
another thing you
Yeah.
very
can do with them
right.
that's not so Disney-fied, even though we don't have
Yeah.
anything against that.
No.
Did you hear,
We,
by the way, speaking of the springs, did you hear that Ghirardelli's is closing for refurbishment and they're going to add additional seating?
Well, they
oh,
need
that's
to.
fantastic.
Because every time we go to Ghirardelli's, it's like 45 minutes to get a milkshake, and it's like, well,
You
we'll go
see,
over somewhere else.
you see the line from Ghirardelli stretching all the way
I know.
past World of Disney, which is already like it's Ghirardelli, then it's the Basin, then it's that 50-foot gap, and then it's World of Disney, and the line stretches past that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
so long
insane.
that it's been mistaken as the Great Wall of China from space. Maybe not quite that bad.
That is funny. That is pretty funny,
Yeah,
actually.
But anyway, so yeah, Ghirardelli's is gonna have expanded seating, and they're gonna close for refurbishment. I don't remember the dates. I just saw it on a quick flyby on Facebook somewhere. But but yeah,
that
Disney
is
Springs.
Yeah, I
There
fantastic.
are
like
so
chocolate.
many things to do there, and
Yeah.
so much, and also counterpoint a little bit is the boardwalk area.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yeah,
because
boardwalk.
you can see and experience so much stuff over in that area, dining and shopping and things like that. So yeah,
They're
yeah.
working on it too. They're working
Hmm.
on it.
Yeah, and I think the catch-all be-all, and I'm sure there are other things that we can say that would be good tips for this sort of thing. But when someone is just along for the ride, I think there's this expectation that we've set that you need to make sure that your trip is tailored to them because if you love Disney like we love Disney, you're just happy to be there. When someone else is along for the ride, as we've put it, they're like, I am glad that you're happy to be here. I am glad to be here with you. I just don't know if this is my thing. So you really want to make sure that they are enjoying their time just as much as you are.
Yeah.
And it, in a way, it kind of flips itself on its head because we're the planners. We're really just there to make sure that everyone else is having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we know we're going to have a good time regardless.
Yep.
And Brenda, you want to add another one?
Well,
I
they
have
I
some
mean,
other stuff.
obviously they have to go on Guardians with me. I if I'm going to share what I love with them, they have to go on Guardians and give it a try at least once. I
No,
Hmm.
just
you're
can't
right.
even that ride is just so ridiculous. It's the best
It
thing
is
Yeah.
ever.
fantastic.
Yeah. And outside of the parks, so yeah, you have to try some of the rides. um,
Not
You
all of
know,
them.
I want to say it was like last year or something, but one of my coworkers, he's not there anymore, but he was telling me about a year ago or so that he and his family were planning a trip to Disney World. And it happened to be right after my trip to Disney World. And I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. What park are you looking forward to the most? And he's like, you know, I was actually going to ask you what your favorite park was. And I'm like, oh, it's Epcot. Because at the time, my favorite park was Epcot. And he's like, Epcot? Really? Isn't it boring? And I'm like, no, it's not boring. Why would you think that it's boring? And he's like, because my mom hates Epcot. We went there once when I was 5 years old, and she said she never wanted to go again. And I'm like, well, guess what? They have changed it since then. He
Mhm.
had
yeah.
Mhm.
no idea. He had no
Yeah.
idea about Guardians. He had no idea about Remy. He had, as far as he was concerned, Epcot was the park without any rides and it was full of food and wine, which
Yeah.
is not a bad thing. But I'm like, they've made it so much more kid friendly over the years. You will
Hmm.
love it.
They have.
And lo
They
and
really
behold,
have.
when he got back, he was like, Sophie, you're not going to believe this. Epcot is my mom's favorite park now. And I'm like, I told
Yay.
you.
And he may not have even gone to it if you hadn't shared that with him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they already had their tickets bought and everything, so they were going to spend a day at Epcot, but he imagined that they would park hop over to Magic Kingdom almost immediately, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
you're gonna need the full day at Epcot.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway,
one thing I was going to say, and talking about outside of the parks, and this is maybe something that people don't even realize, is that a lot of times if you go to your My Disney experience and you go and look under tickets and passes and Memory Maker, you will find, and we have buku numbers of these, you will find a 1 day admission to either ESPN's Wide World of Sports
Hmm.
or a 1 round mini golf free ticket for you to
Yeah.
go play mini golf. Go play putt putt.
Yeah.
And so and that's included. And it's like it's in your account. It might be because I don't remember if it's because of the resort or because I had park tickets or what, but and they're there. And so go take in a free round of putt putt, you know?
It's the package inclusions. You
Yeah.
have to have a package. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so those kinds of things are just sitting there waiting for you. And even though I don't have a trip anymore right now, I could drive down to Orlando, go to Disney World and go play putt putt and then drive back home. you know?
Wait till
Yeah.
So,
December.
yeah. So those kinds of things are there in they're included in your package inclusions like Brenda was saying. So don't forget about them. So keep that in
Yeah.
mind for part of your trip is if someone doesn't want to go to a park, well maybe they want to play putt putt, you know?
There's also
Yeah.
some little arcade money too to use at the resorts for the kids.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's another
Mhm.
fun thing they can do.
So,
The point is, there's a whole lot more to Disney than just running around the parks all day,
mhm.
getting to every ride. There is way, way much more. And I find it hard to believe that anybody could not enjoy Disney. Like, yeah, you may not be a crowd person. You don't need to go to the parks if you don't want to. I know that's like the main reason you're there, but there are other things too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of times people feel like if they're going all the way to Orlando and part of the party is like Disney and part of the party is Harry Potter,
Eh,
you
Mhm.
can do some days at one and some days at the other and just share your
Exactly.
time. And the important
Yeah.
thing is you get to spend time together
yeah,
and have a great time.
yeah.
And also on that angle, not just Universal, but also maybe they want to go to the beaches, you know? Go to
Yep.
Daytona, go to Tampa, go to the Atlantic beaches, go to the Gulf beaches. Maybe they want to go to SeaWorld or maybe they want to go
Busch Gardens,
to
Tampa
Busch
too.
Gardens or maybe they want to go over to see Cape Canaveral.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, the great thing about Florida and especially the Orlando area is that from Orlando you're like an hour from the Atlantic Ocean, from the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, it's only an hour to the Pacific
only
Ocean.
an hour. Wow, I didn't realize I could travel across the country so fast. What
I
on earth
know,
was
right?
the pilot
Time
doing
travel.
during
Yeah,
all those flights to Los
yeah.
Angeles?
You're only an hour from Titusville, from where, and then you can get, and it's just, you know what? There's so many great things in that area
Yeah.
that you can experience. So if you're not the huge Disney fan, maybe you book your trip long enough that you can use that as your base of hub, and then you can go see some of the other exhibits and sites, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh. And of course, once we get them accustomed to the parks, then there's getting them accustomed to the cruise ships.
yeah,
Which is a whole nother topic.
that's a whole nother topic.
It is a whole nother topic, but once you go back, I know many episodes ago, countless episodes ago, I asked the would you rather take the parks or the cruise ship, but you can only take one for the rest of your life. My answer has changed. My
Bingo.
answer has changed.
Boom.
Yay. That's how fast it happens.
Yep.
Ah,
One
one
cruise.
week.
One cruise, and Sophie has changed her whole Disney outlook.
Yes.
Ugh. So when are we going to Europe, Daddy?
I don't know yet, baby. We got to figure it out. Um, so we're just spitballing ideas out.
Yeah.
One of the things to keep in mind is there's daytime Disney and nighttime Disney.
Oh yeah.
There's indoor Disney and outdoor Disney. You know,
Yep.
maybe
Mhm.
maybe the nighttime experiences, fireworks, parades, Disney Starlight, those sorts of things are more your party's style. So maybe they're not all about being there at 8 a.m. to
Mm-hmm.
go do everything. Maybe they want to come in around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, have dinner, watch the sun go down, see the fireworks and all that. So
Yep.
just plan your day around what their lifestyle and what they're used to at home and also here, and don't try and force anything, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of keep a consistent sort of schedule. Maybe they'll like the indoor attractions, the Carousel of Progress and all those, Feel Her Magic, the little shows that are inside when it's blazing hot, or
Yeah.
maybe they want to be outside and do the stuff that's outside. Like maybe they want to drive the Tomorrowland Speedway, with its 2 mile an hour cars.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Or the people mover, or of course the big
mhm,
ticket roller coasters.
yeah. So just it's all about I think most people, even if they're not a huge Disney fan, you know, I think most people if they agreed to go and then you built the expectation and built it up in such a way that you're like, we've got this and this and this and this and these other things. And maybe then once they start to see all the different things that they can do, then they'll start to form their own ideas of the things they want to try. And like it was mentioned earlier, it's everyone's vacation. So make sure that you plan the things that they are highly focused on, whatever
Yeah.
little or big thing it might be, and include that in the planning so that not everyone, that someone isn't hurt because they didn't get to do this or that, you know?
Yeah.
So you got to plan for everyone, not just
Oh
for the
yeah.
Disney fan.
Yeah. On a sort of the opposite side of the coin to that, Daddy, if for whatever reason you are like a first time Disney goer and you're watching our show, first of all, welcome.
And thank you.
Yes, thank you. Uh, a little bit of advice for you. Shameless plug here, actually. This one and this one are travel agents. They will gladly be able to help you with your trip at no extra cost to you, actually, because the cost of a travel agent is already included in the money you're paying Disney. They just get commission off of that. You don't pay a single penny more than what you would already be spending. But the important thing to note, I think the best way to really get your bang for your buck at Disney is to have a seasoned park goer with you, a veteran, if you will, because they're the ones who know how to best work the lightning lanes if that's something you want to do. They're the ones who know how to get the shortest wait times and the lines. They're the ones who know where the best routes between your different priorities are and how best to just plan out the day in a way that you're not worried about what it is you need to get done. And they just have a way of making everything run more efficiently. So if you have someone who's gone to Disney a whole lot and you have it in the budget to take them with you, I promise you it is way better that way. And I'm not just saying that because I want someone to take me to Disney.
But Sophie is putting it out there that she is
Just in
available.
case.
She
Yes,
is
just in
Yes.
case.
available if
Yes, I am
anyone needs someone
100%.
to help her navigate their park day.
Yes.
then
Yeah.
yes, just send her an email, info@ontheroadwithmickey.com.
Yep. Make sure
That's
that my
right.
name is listed in the topic,
Yes,
in the subject
subject
line.
Sophie travel with us.
That
That's
is
the
Yes.
so
subject
funny.
line. Use that subject line.
Too funny. Too funny.
Yes. I will make sure that your vacation goes amazingly with the help of my lovely travel agents here.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Brenda, anything else on your list?
I want to say one thing about food
Please
Go for
do.
it.
because
Maybe
everyone,
two things about food.
maybe two
Or
things.
three.
Wow. Maybe
Everyone
the
has their own idea of what they think Disney is like, and people who enjoy fine dining experiences will feel like I don't want to go to Disney and eat chicken nuggets and hamburgers every day and have kid food. I want my lifestyle wherever I go.
Connections.
And let me tell you, there are some extremely unique fine dining experiences at Disney. Also, some people don't travel because they feel like they have unique food allergies and they can't travel like other people. And Disney does a fantastic job with that too. So just, you know, be aware of their needs as far as any food allergies or any food like where they may want to go to Victoria and Albert if they're there.
Oh,
Or they
yeah.
may just want to do other fine dining experiences. You can assure them that there are places that they can go that they will really enjoy the food there.
yeah,
They don't have to
And
eat kid food every day because it's a Disney park.
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And on top of that, depending on if the room where you're staying has a kitchen in it, you can order groceries. Some people do that to save a little bit extra money, and it also just helps with the feeling of being at home when you can get up out of bed, go to your little hotel kitchen, and pull out a thing of yogurt and granola. That's what my breakfast is every day.
Mine's
Or,
4 eggs. Get your choline.
yep,
But you can do it all.
Yeah.
yeah, you absolutely can.
Mm-hmm. So there is something for everyone when it comes to dining at Disney. It is not, like Brenda said, it's not every meal is not a character meal. Not every meal is a buffet with chicken nuggets and French fries
Mac and
and
cheese.
pizza and whatnot. There are very elegant sit down restaurants. There are places, and you know what? This brings up another thought is if you are a family, but it's mom and dad, and maybe you're going for an anniversary or something, and you have little ones, then maybe you plan a time where you have some of the babysitting services to look after the kids, so you can go to the Victoria and Alberts,
Oh,
or you
yeah.
can go to the fine dining place, or maybe you bring your some of your other relatives that can look after the kids while you guys go have an adult dinner, you know?
Bring a Mimi
Yeah.
with you.
Bring a Mimi. Yes.
Bring a
You know?
babysitter with you.
Yeah. And that's a very valid thing to do. And because Disney is not just for the kids, it's not just for the adults. There is stuff for everyone there, you know? And
Oh, yeah.
so that's another factor. I remember one year, we all went, it was our first year DVC, and we were at Bay Lake, and part of our trip was Sophie and Anna Jane stayed with Stephanie and her friend at the time, and while Sherry and Otis and Nancy and Cindy and I went over to Animal Kingdom and we ate at Boma, and
Yeah.
that was an adult time where that's what we did,
Delicious
and
food
and it
there.
was and it was cool, and that was when I had scrambled eggs or had eggs that I thought was cornbread until I got halfway through it. I'm like, this is not cornbread.
No, it's eggs. But you liked it anyway because you were eating halfway through it.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh,
So
that's
you know
funny.
what?
That is too
There's a
funny.
surprise for Mike every single trip.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there are ways that you can, even if it's a divide and conquer kind of thing, there are things you can do.
Yeah.
So,
And there are even, I don't know if this is just for the DVC things or not. I do remember a time when I was very little. It was when my parents first bought the DVC package that we had. Um, there was a time where I just spent, I want to say like 3 or 4 hours in like this daycare center playing with a bunch of other kids who were also in that daycare center while their parents did other things. So even if you don't have a relative that can stay and watch your kids while you're off listening to a presentation about Disney Vacation Club or doing something else, there are amenities for that.
hmm
Yep.
yeah, and that's what you were. That was. I don't think it was 3 or 4 hours, but
It felt like three or four
you were in the
hours.
kid. You were in like the kids club area while mommy and I were doing the presentation, and they had ice cream and everything like that, and so
And
so
I
that was.
distinctly remember that they were watching The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
There you go. So, yeah, so there are always things that everyone can do, even if you're breaking up into different smaller groups. So,
Yeah.
all right. Anything else, Brenda? No? Okay, I think we've covered it then. That is our
Yes.
feature topic, how to plan when one person is a Disney fan, everyone else is along for the ride. So, I hope that this is helpful. And that takes us to Sophie's question of the week.
And my question of the week is a little bit of a weird one, I will admit. Uh, I am going to take an educated guess and say that the majority of our audience are people who know Disney quite a lot. But the question is there someone that you would really, really like to take to Disney who maybe doesn't have the same level of experience as you?
Nice.
Like, personally, I, well, I have my family that I like to go to Disney with because going on my own is fun and all, but it gets lonely. I really, I don't know exactly who he is yet, but I really, really, really want to take my future husband to Disney, wherever he is. Hopefully, he's into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It'll be hard to keep him if not.
Very
This is
hard.
true.
Very hard. That's kind of a deal breaker
Did
right
I get the
there.
question right, Sophie?
Uh, is there someone you want to take to Disney who is not a big Disney fan? Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Updated as needed.
Yeah.
And so Sophie is looking to make sure that whoever that is, um, it becomes one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Brenda, is there anyone in your immediate thought?
Not that I know that doesn't like it that I'd want to take. I can't think of any. I
That's
can think of someone I'd want to take, but she doesn't dislike Disney. She's just never been. And that would
Okay.
be
well,
Ivy because Ivy is
Yeah.
not capable yet. And I'm
yeah.
praying that one day she will be capable
That's
of
an answer.
going.
Yeah.
Maybe I should say, is there someone you want to take to Disney who hasn't been with you before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is definitely something I pray about a lot.
Yeah. That would,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Because it's just such a happy place.
And
Yeah.
she's a happy little girl. She just can't understand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, you know, it is for me, most of my family is like, yeah, let's go. So that is a harder question.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
you know, and maybe it's not. Disney World, maybe it's Disney Cruise. But I
Oh, that
think
could work.
but Disney in general, um I think I would like my buddy Clint to go. He's been once and he's not a huge fan,
Oh,
but I
Oh,
also he likes Disney stuff, but he doesn't see the point of the whole spending that kind of money to go to Disney World, you know.
yeah.
Um but
ooh,
also
Mr.
maybe
Clint and Natalie.
mhm, yeah. But I'm also thinking my brother-in-law Jim, who who's been before but doesn't get to go to these sorts of things that much. So I think
Doing
those
the
would
ship
be
would be great. Doing the
yeah,
ship would be fantastic.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
That's a great idea.
I think I think there's always room at the table,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. And
Yeah,
so
always.
there is always people that may think they're not huge fans who might surprise themselves, you know, and be like, "Oh my gosh," you
This
know.
is fantastic.
So
Yeah,
so
because we were
there's
all once people who had never been a
yeah.
long, long time ago, but we still were
Mhm.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. 21 years ago.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Don't get me
Well,
started.
47 years ago.
well, actually, maybe even longer
Mine
than
was
21
47 too,
years
because we went
ago.
for the first time the same year.
Uh-huh.
Actually, mine might be longer than 21, maybe 20,
You were 4 your first
25.
trip. You
Yeah,
were
but
4.
then you took mommy while she was pregnant with me, so
Well, that's true. That's true. Anyway. Well, that is a
I
great question, Sophie. Yeah.
Yes.
hope so. I don't know how much feedback it's gonna get,
I
but
don't either, but
we'll
that's
see.
We'll
okay.
see.
All right. Well, Sophie, continue on with our This Day in Disney History for July 6th.
I shall indeed. The year is 1918,
Ooh.
and actor Sebastian Cabot, the narrator
Habit.
of Cabot, sorry, it sounds like it should be Cabot, but the narrator of Disney's 1966 Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree, 1968 Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day, 1974 Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2, and 1977 The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, is born in London, England. He also lent his voice to Disney's 1967 The Jungle Book as Bagheera the Panther, and 1963 The Sword and the Stone as Sir Eric. His live action Disney films include Johnny Tremaine and Westward Ho! The Wagons. Cabot was one of many celebrities who took part in Walt Disney World's 3-day opening in October of 1971. He later supplied the voice for Claude in Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, Claude and Clyde. You know, the birds out front. TV fans will remember him for his role as Mr.
Mr.
French
French.
in the 1960s series Family Affair. I remember my mom binging that show a
Yes.
few months
Uh-huh.
ago.
Mm-hmm. And I had
Charles
no
Sebastian
idea.
Thomas Cabot passed away at age 59 in August of
Oh,
1977,
how
though.
young.
I
Yeah.
know.
I used to
Yeah.
watch Family
Oh,
Affair all the time when I was a little girl. Buffy and Jody and Mr. French and Uncle Bill and Sissy. It was like
yeah,
they were part of our family.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
yeah.
And it's like I had no idea that actor on Family Affair had anything to do with Disney.
Me neither. Me neither.
But
So,
there's a photograph of him attached to this post, and I have to say, he really does look like he belongs in a Winnie the Pooh movie
uh-huh.
as the
Yeah.
narrator.
Yeah.
He just has that
Yeah.
kind, soft, jolly look to him, if you
Uh-huh.
will.
And
Hmm.
that role he played in Family Affair was the same. He was like the family butler. He
Yes.
took care of everything. He was a caretaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very much like you would think, for Winnie the Pooh, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
That's
Well,
great, Sophie. Thank you. I had no
thank
idea.
you.
No
I
idea.
had no idea either. So, good history. Great
Very
history.
good.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
All right. Well, it's time for the weekly Disney windows. And I looked this one up online because I forgot again to look in my book. And I'm like, how come I keep forgetting to look in the book? And I even remind myself, but evidently I don't remind myself well enough.
I'm gonna need to put that book somewhere very prominent where you never forget to look at it.
Yes.
Or habit
Well,
stack it. Do it with some activity every week.
yeah. Well, we have a very special set of people that we're talking about on our weekly window this week, and we are talking about Richard M. and Robert B. Sherman, also known as the Sherman Brothers. And their window is at Disneyland. It is at the 20th Century Music Company, and their window text says, Two brothers tune makers, Richard M. Sherman and Robert B. Sherman. We'll write your tune for a song. I think that's just awesome. Everyone knows who the Sherman brothers are. If you don't
Yeah.
know,
Oh, yeah.
see us after class, okay?
See us after class. We'll take you on It's a Small World.
We will take you on a journey through musical lore that
It's a
will,
Yeah.
small
if
world
you're not
carousel
a,
of progress.
yeah, and if you're not a Disney fan,
Very
by
good.
the time you're done with the Sherman Brothers, you absolutely will be.
Yep.
So
They are
I just
amazing.
think
We're amazing.
they
Still are.
are,
Even
yeah,
though
they're
it
gone,
lingers
but
on. Yeah.
never
We can still
forgotten.
Yeah.
hear it.
Yes. So the Richard M. and Robert B. Sherman window, I
Wonderful.
think, just a great window and great recognition. So,
I agree.
all,
Very good.
all right, Brenda, close us out with a little bit of Walt.
All right. Whatever you do, do it well. Do it so well that when people see you do it, they will want to come back and see you do it again. And they will want to bring others and show them how well you do what you do. You got to share it.
You
That
gotta share
is
it.
about as on the nose as a quote could get, Aunt Brenda. But
Yes,
it's such a good one, so I am not at all mad about it.
yes.
Yep.
And not only that, that doesn't that trend Walt Disney transcends just Disney.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure.
That is a style of life. We are Christian, all three of us are Christians, and we are called to be that light that other people will be like, how come he always has a smile on his face even though this is happening or that is happening? And that is this quote transcends beyond Disney into world and into life. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
we are meant to do it well so that people will see our lives and say, I want what he has. I want what she has. How come you are always joyful even in the midst of sorrow?
It
So,
reminds me of like the Christmas services at church where they take all the candles, we're each given a candle, it's not lit, but then the pastor will go and light his candle from the special Christ candle and the Advent
Hmm.
wreath, and then his candle will light all the other candles in the
the
sanctuary.
sanctuary.
And it just reminds me of that, how one candle can easily light another.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. Well, that is a great quote. Thank you, Brenda.
You're
Yeah,
welcome. Thank you all.
Thank you, Walt.
thank you.
And that, my friends, is our show for this week. I hope you all have enjoyed it. We hope you have enjoyed it immensely. Coming next week, we are making you do the work.
Yay!
Yay! Yay, us! We are going to have a ranking episode ranked by you, the viewer and listener. So we want to know, what is your top snack? What's your top ride? What's your top resorts? We're going to post the polls in the group And we need your feedback. Otherwise, the show will be 20 seconds and we'll see you later. So,
Totally
there a way
audience-driven
to
show.
Is there a way to make the polls open answer so that they
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. 'Cause
They can
if it
add
was
their
It can just
own
be a
choice-
question. Yeah.
yeah, we're going to have
Okay.
that and we're just going to see. We're just going to see where it goes. So let's see what we get next week. But that's next week. So for this week, we hope you have a wonderful week. We hope you have a smile on your face. And if you don't have a smile on your face, I hope someone shares a smile with you that gives you a better week. And if you do have a smile on your face, share it with someone else who might be having a tough week. So just remember, we have to be there for each other. Happy birthday again, America. Thank you so much to everyone that watches and supports us. And thank you to our armed services every day, because you are the reason we have a country. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, America. Keep that patriotic spirit alive, because that is what makes America great. So until next week, I'm Mike. She's Sophie. That's Brenda in her stylish modern apartment.
Exactly.
And he's Grogu saying, I want to be part of it. I want to be like, I want to have Sophie's background to be the Mandalorian, the ship, Just saying.
I'll see what I can do, bud.
And we will
See
you
on the
on the
road.
road. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.